Hey everyone, Marty and Andrew here from PAX West 2017. Andrew, last night we got to go to Nintendo's big Nindies event. One of the big things there is the final piece of Shovel Knight, King of Cards, and you got to play it.
I did. Yeah. So when the Kickstarter happened, what, 4 years ago now?
Yeah.
They promised there would be 3 boss campaigns. So we got Plague Knight, we got Spectre Knight, and now we're on King Knight. And it kind of reminds me of those, like, so the way that, like, you played most of the Shovel Knight
absolutely.
games. So, like, the way those games worked, like, Shovel Knight had these abilities called relics, and then they kind of evolved throughout. Plague Knight had Arcana, and then Spectre Knight had another thing I can't remember right now. So King Knight has these heirlooms, and they're really clever. They use, like, enemies and stuff from the main Shovel Knight campaign. So, for example, you can call in the Blitzsteed, which is, like, the jousting horse, and, so like, send him at enemies.
It's like summons.
Exactly, yeah. And then there's, like, if you fall into a pit, the propeller rat will, like, lift you back out and you have, like, another chance. It's like, it's very sweet and clever, and it's like just such a smart bit of fan service to kind of remind you of, hey, this game's been out for 3 years and this is kind of closing the door on it.
So despite the fact that obviously the game still looks the same, some of the levels still have, you know, similar aesthetics.
Same DNA,
every character controls really different. Like Shovel Knight obviously controls sort of like that Scrooge McDuck, whereas other characters do different types of jumps and bounces. What's different about King Knight?
So he has this bash move where it's like obviously you can just like slam into enemies. I don't know why, just like aggressively bash you.
That's what King Knight does.
But you can like slide into enemies, but then it's also his main system of mobility. So if you do it into a wall, you'll sort of skid up the wall a little bit, and what it does is when you connect with anything, you get sort of a vertical bounce. So almost like Shovel Knight, you have to bounce off of other objects to propel yourself upwards, basically. So that's how you'll get to like a higher platform. Yeah,
I love that. Shovel Knight, for the past, 3 years, has done such an amazing job of delivering this amazing core game that we nominate for Game of the Year, and then it keeps reinventing itself with these campaigns. So do you think that King Knight is going to be a sort of fitting swan song to this 3-year journey?
I really, really do. It's, you know, King Knight's one of the first bosses you play, sometimes even the first, like, actual boss in Shovel Knight, and so it's like, it feels like a really good bookend to kind of close the door on that whole collection, which they're calling Treasure Trove, with this.
All right, Andrew, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to play it. For everything else Nindies and PAX West, you're already in the right place. IGN.